I got to tell you, there's a whole bunch of hooey, fooey, and Louie going on in that space. Uh, and what's really interesting, and I want to talk to you about this, in my opinion, what I'm seeing is some phenomenal shit that people are completely missing because it's being, all the oxygen in the air is being sucked out by the hype, hyperbole, sex, sizzle, muss and fuss nonsense that's being tossed into the conversation and into the craniums of the carbon units. And that is one side. But I mean, every one of these tools, you jump in and you notice how all of the interfaces look pretty much the same. They all have the prompt thing in the middle, they got the menu options on the side, and it's what do you want? And within that prompt space is where you can go to the lab, you can go to deep research, you can do web, not web, you can do this model versus that model. Oh, you're generating an image. Would you like to use DALL-E or Sonnet? Would you like to use the latest Gemini 2.5? The thing that I think is really important, Jason, is the fact that the rapid aggregation and interrogation of specific data sets is what these individual targeted tech expert systems do. And that's all they are. They're expert taskmasters. When you design one for a specific task, it's going to go execute that task with as much accuracy and efficiency as possible. Is it going to hallucinate? Well, I think the chances are that not only should you expect that, but then there's a couple of reasons. One, it's got a limited data set that it's going after. And depending on what the prompt was, what kind of instruction you gave it, and how the scripting language was written to accommodate the variables in your language and use thereof, it's going to bump into itself, or it's going to find something and it's going to go, whoops, loop-de-loop. So that's one thing that people need to realize. The other thing, most importantly, AI was written by humans. What do humans do? I see a whole lot of hooey hallucination going on all the time, and there's more of it now than there ever has been, and damn, has it upped the entertainment factor. It's addictive. You want to keep poking at it to see what it does, because I got to tell you, I probably have half a dozen different tools open all the time, and I'm going from this one to this one and to this one to this one. And testing them each to see how they perform with specific tasks, as specifically as it relates to creating my content, right? I want to see where the best video is, where the best imagery is, where the best outline is. I've got my content and I'm saying, all right, I want you to take and format this for me in these particular constructs. I want a 1 minute narration for my trailer. I want a 10-minute explainer. Yeah, here's the whole show. Slice it, dice it, give me chapters. Do all the things that you would do, we used to do, and a lot of people still do, by hand. The hand job is being replaced by the knob job. Oh my God, did I say that? I did. Yeah, well, I think it's relevant. Hand job versus the knob job. Yeah, okay, so my point, if there is one, is that what you just brought up, what you were talking about, and what I was trying to emphasize, is the key to the tools is prompt. What is the prompt? The prompt is nothing more than a query, or an inquiry, or a question, a request, right? Well, I mean, you could go full-blown stereotype on this one, but what is one of the regular memes and axioms that people in relationships have and constantly battle with? It's the inability to communicate. Don't know how to ask questions. Don't know how to explore, how to figure out what's the problem here. AI, because it has been written by humans who have those experiences, is going to have that kind of inherency to it. So what happens is you end up with needing to be very, very specific and accurate in the question you create, in the query that you pose. The pose and the prose. How well that's done is going to determine the result. And people don't realize that.